The NBA has sported hundreds of great games and therefore provided us with some of the best comebacks in sports history. Let's look at some of the most insane ones. LA Clippers vs. Golden State Warriors. 2019 Western Conference, first round, Game 2, final score 135-131, Clippers. One of the biggest comebacks in NBA playoff history came in 2019 when it seemed like the Clippers were doomed. The Golden State Warriors had a lot on their side, with a stacked team with Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry. They were two-time defending champions and had already won the first game against the Clippers. They were sitting well with a comfortable 94-63 lead in the third quarter. The Warriors had the game in the bag until they didn't. The Clippers came back and went mad. Bench stars Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell were the big contributors as the Clippers scored 85 points in the second half, outscoring the Warriors 72-37 in 19.5 minutes to take back the lead and go home with the win. Harrell went a perfect 9 for 9, finishing with a double-double of 25 points and 10 rebounds. Williams scored 36 points and had 11 assists in the epic 31-point comeback win. As incredible as it was, the Warriors still went on to win the series in Game 6. They lost to the Toronto Raptors in the finals. Head coach Doc Rivers would go on to experience another insane comeback victory a few years down the line. LA Lakers vs. Seattle Supersonics, 1989 Western Conference Semifinals, Game 4. Final score 97-95, Lakers. The second largest comeback win came decades ago in a thrilling matchup between the Los Angeles Lakers and Seattle Supersonics in '89. Seattle was up by 29 points just 14 minutes into the game against the Lakers and ended up going out of the playoffs by the end of it. The Lakers came back to life in a way rarely ever seen before. After the Supersonics held the Lakers to just 4 for 20 shooting in the first quarter. Leading 43-14, Magic Johnson told the team this: "Let's just cut it to 15. That was before halftime, and LA did that and then more, going on a 16-0 run to cut the lead to 11. By the fourth quarter, the Lakers had taken back the lead after an 18-6 run with 6 minutes and 14 seconds to go. James Worthy's three-pointer, AC Green's baseline jump shot, and many free throws kept the Lakers' lead to the end. They swept the Supersonics 4-0 in the semifinals, part of an 11-game winning streak in the playoffs. Sadly for them, they were swept by the Detroit Pistons in the final. LA Clippers vs. Memphis Grizzlies. 2012 Western Conference First Round Game 1 Final Score 99-98 Clippers. The Clippers are no stranger to comeback wins, but their insane comeback playoff victory against the Memphis Grizzlies was one of the most epic. The Clippers ended the first quarter already down by 20 points. The Grizzlies added even more to their lead, still up then by 27 late in the third, with just under 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. The Grizzlies were at a nice 84-57 lead. The Clippers chipped the lead to 21 going into the fourth, and they were just getting started. They shot 76.5%, making 5 out of 6 three-point attempts, and closing out the game on a 28-3 run to tie the NBA record for the largest deficit overcome in the fourth quarter. It was Nick Young who hit 2 consecutive three-pointers to make it a close game. The Grizzlies were up just 96-93 at that point, and had a minute 47 seconds to go. Then it was Blake Griffin's free throws that put them within a point with a minute and a half left. Reggie Evans finally put the Clippers in the lead on a layup, 97-96 with 50 seconds remaining. It was anybody's game at that point, but the Grizzlies fouled and Chris Paul hit both free throws to make a 99-98 lead with 23 seconds left. They held off the Grizzlies to end it there, steal the win, and go on to win the series in 7 games. They went on to get swept by the San Antonio Spurs 4-0 in the semifinals. Boston Celtics vs. New Jersey Nets. 2002 Eastern Conference Finals Game 3, final score 94-90 Celtics. The first to come back from a 26-point deficit in the playoffs were the Boston Celtics in 2002. They pulled off the greatest fourth-quarter comeback in NBA playoff history at the time. The Nets had outscored the Celtics in all 3 quarters, and they went into the 4th quarter down 74-53. The Celtics then turned it around insanely and outscored the Nets 41-16. Paul Pierce had missed 12 of 14 shots earlier in the game. Then in the final 12 minutes, he scored 19 of his 28 total points. Antoine Walker added 23 points to the score. The Celtics celebrated as if they had just won Game 7, and understandably so. Sadly for them though, the Nets went on to win the next 3 games in a row to win the NBA championship 4-2. Cleveland Cavaliers versus Indiana Pacers. 2017 Eastern Conference, first round, Game 3, final score 119-114, Cavaliers. The Pacers were down 2-0 in the series and looking to get back on top. Their chances were looking hopeful in Game 3 when they were in the lead 74-49 at halftime, scoring a franchise record for points in the first half. LeBron James and the Cavaliers had other ideas though. James registered a triple-double and scored 28 of his game-high 41 points in the second half, leading the Cavaliers to an incredible comeback win. The game remained close until the end when James hit a 3 with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining, making it a 111-107 game. It was Channing Frye who hit the next 3-pointer with less than a minute remaining to seal the deal and dash the Pacers' hopes of winning. They outscored Indiana 70-40 in the second half to take the series to 3-0 before sweeping them in the next game 4-0. The Cavaliers made it to the finals when the Golden State Warriors beat them 4-1. Atlanta Hawks versus Philadelphia 76ers. 2021 Eastern Conference Semifinals, Game 5, final score 109-106, Hawks. The Sixers had a 26-point lead in the third quarter before the Hawks completely took over. Trae Young contributed 25 points and 6 assists in the second half, and the Hawks shot for over 60% from the field, for a total of 69 points. Nice. Meanwhile, the Sixers, who had the number 2 ranked defense, committed to 10 turnovers, missed 8 free throws, and shot under 38% in the second half. Besides Trae Young, it was Rivers' former bench star Lou Williams who came in clutch, scoring 15 points off the bench in just 23 minutes. The Hawks won the series 4-3 to move on to the conference finals, where they lost to the eventual champions, the Milwaukee Bucks, 4-2. Memphis Grizzlies versus Minnesota Timberwolves. 2022 Western Conference, first round, Game 3, final score 105-95, Grizzlies. It was Game 3 of the series, and it was tied 1-1. It was just the second quarter when Minnesota found themselves in the lead by 26 points. The Grizzlies made a bit of a comeback, cutting the deficit to just 7 points in the third quarter, but the Timberwolves came right back, leading 73-50 late in the third quarter. That's when the Grizzlies and Ja Morant took over and never looked back. Minnesota allowed them to go on a 21-0 run. Ja Morant became the first player in Grizzlies playoff history to record a triple-double as they finished 104-95 and took the lead in the series 2-1. The Grizzlies ended up winning the round 4-2 before being taken out by the Golden State Warriors in the conference semifinals 4-2. Warriors versus Cavaliers 2016 NBA Finals. There have been many comebacks in the playoffs over the years, but the Cavaliers' victory is the only one to happen on basketball's largest stage. Down 3-1, LeBron and company rallied back against what many people consider to be one of the greatest teams ever assembled to take home the trophy. They played nearly perfect basketball during the last 3 games, winning them all in nail-biting fashion. There were many factors at play during the series, including a timely Draymond Green ejection that took him out of the Game 5, but there's no denying the impressive comeback. Many have battled when down, but nobody has ever battled as hard when so much was at stake. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time.